Well, all right. You guys can probably hear this. All right. How we doing? Let me get myself on the screen here. Hello. I have a new setup. I hope you can hear me. If anybody is there, let me know. I know my setup keeps changing, but let me get to the comments here. My name's Ashley, and I got a new bingos card this week for everybody. I really hope the sound's okay. I've been struggling with trying to get the right sound. Let me turn the computer here so you can still see me. Well, why don't we turn the camera a little bit? All right. You can't really see that. Okay, so they're just chatting at the in London. I was gonna do a British accent, but I don't think I'm quite awake for that. If you're in Denver right now and you're awake, good for you. I am impressed. Let's see, they're just doing some highlights right now. So I thought we could go over the bingo card. Let me make this full screen. All right, can you see all of that? Let's see. Let me go to the actual page here. All right. So we have Bo gets 5 rushing attempts. This was really for Cecil Lammy. I think he really wanted that. And there were a lot of reasons for that. I'm not going to go into it because I just I'm a little bit scattered right now. I was trying to get an early start so that people would find my link, and I am trying to grow this channel. I have another channel at Ashley Watson Comedy, and I started this channel after my dog. Well, I named it really after my dog Dude, but I really hope that if you're a Broncos fan and you're here, please feel free to chat. Share the link with everybody in Broncos Country that you know. All right, so Sean Payton yells at an official. You know, it was hard to find new things this week that were really funny. So I just leaned into tried and true stuff that's probably going to happen. Let me just see here. Crowd seems confused about a rule. I guess that's apparently a thing that happens because the Brits don't really know the language. No, they don't know the game because it is unique to us, I guess. Sorry, I'm also distracted. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything on the TV. All right, Broncos fan holds up a champion killer sign. I did not know that was our new nickname, so that's fun. By the way, I've also been, if you're new here, I've been a Broncos fan for 15 years. I keep saying a decade or over a decade, but really it's been 15 years. The first game I watched was Tim Tebow throwing that pass to DT. And I'll put a picture of my friend Steve and I. He's the reason I'm a Broncos fan. He grew up in Denver. I'll put a picture of us up later. We actually watched Tim Tebow play in a Buffalo game, and I talked about that last week. I'll probably play clips from the other live streams because I started live streaming him on the other channel. So I'm sitting here looking at the camera as if you guys can see me. But all right, Ingram proves he's not medium hot sauce. That is something I've been calling him until last week. He actually made he made that touchdown. Announcers use they get paid too. They cut out the word. Oh, well, that's a euphemism to say that the Jets suck. Cooper gets a scoop and score, or he scoops and scores. Franklin gets a touchdown. Let's hope that happened. The refs actually call a pass interference on Sauce Gardner. Dobbins gets a 40-yard run plus yard run breakout run. I can read. Eisen says Denver, he was really going on and on about how we've had more sacks. Well, it's been 22 more sacks than any other team since, I guess he said last season. Or he mentions Bo Nix being a franchise QB, something, They're all over Bo Nix right now. Any player celebrates a TD with the Mile High Huddle. Sorry, salute, not huddle. That is a podcast. Announcers attempt the British accent. I don't know. I haven't heard that yet, but we'll see. Americans try to sing God Save the Queen. I guess they're going to play that soon. So we could probably get one of these early. Oh, and the British Cat fan shows up even though the Jags aren't playing. And let's hope the Denver D gets a touchdown. Oh, what happened here? Sorry. Here we go. All right, let me just... Oh, what is happening with my... Guys. There we go. I guess that's good enough. Oh, I don't know what happens with this thing. Let's see. Somebody is flooding my chats with NFL game streaming on another channel. So, yeah, don't go there. Stay here with me because it's going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't seen any of my other live streams, I try to make a lot of fun jokes. Let me put this back on the stage. There we go. I don't know why that is so small, guys. But let me go to the let me take the background out. Maybe that'll help. Nope, did not help. Well, I also can't see... I don't know how satisfied I am with StreamYard. If anybody else uses it, let me know. I'm really not impressed with a lot of the things that oh my goodness, why is it? Like I can't see all of my choices for my layouts right now. It's like screwed up. There we go. Let's go back to... All right, awesome. Okay, that gives me a little bit of a wider view. All right, Rich Eisen is talking. Let's see what he's saying. Oh, I forgot Kurt Warner's a Hall of Famer. So you have to be a Hall of Famer to get one of these jobs, I guess. They're talking about Sean Payton's mission to build a championship roster. Let's see. The stadium looks fairly packed. Okay, Eisen's talking about Justin Fields. I don't know if we're going to get one of these bingo squares early, but let me know if anybody is actually wanting to chat. Can I move these out of here? Yeah, I'm going to take these out. Sorry, guys. Oh, my goodness. Please. Oh, my gosh. Why are you... How do I stop this spamming? Can I block this person? All right, I'm reporting that person. All right. Hopefully that worked. Okay, now they're singing the national anthem of the United States. All right, let's see if we can see some Americans. Oh, no, this is the American anthem. Let's see. This is an interesting setup. She's standing in the middle of the flag. Do they normally do that? I guess I usually miss the national anthem. I'm kind of coming in late. By the way, if you are here, I know my buddy Jason has been watching my live streams over on the other channel. Jason, thank you for watching and commenting. Let me know how the sound is if you're here. Let's kick this other person out. Why? They really gotta do better, YouTube. Sorry, while they're singing the national anthem, I'm just gonna... Oh my goodness. Why can I not remove all of these comments? All right. Hopefully that stops the spammer. I feel like I should be quiet for the national anthem, but she is still singing, so I guess that there goes that. Can you guys still see the bingo card? Hopefully. All right. There's Sauce Gardner. Let's see if he gets a PI today. I feel like the camera's crooked too, but I can't really. Seems okay. Okay, now I don't know if they're going to show anybody in the crowd, but they're about to sing the United Kingdom national anthem. If you've never heard Eddie Izzard's, he has a whole. It's been years and years ago, more than I'd say 20 years. Well, actually, I might have it right here. Oh, yes, I do. Eddie Izzard's Dressed to Kill. He makes there's a bit in there when he talks about the UK national anthem. I'm not going to attempt to do his bit, but it is funny. Let's see if I see any Americans singing. Well, I don't know. How would I tell if they're American? I guess I was watching something earlier, and there were people, Broncos fans from all over the world right now in London. I forget how many people are out there in Broncos Country. So if you're in Broncos Country, hit the like button, share this link, subscribe to this channel, please. I'm trying to grow this channel and my other channel. Oh, Sarah Walsh is saying the Jets are trying to figure out how not to lose. Well, good luck with that. Sorry, but they are god awful right now. But you know what? The thing is, I've been a Broncos fan since, right around the Peyton Manning era. So I've been there. I've watched enough bad football. It's our time. It's our time to have a team that doesn't look like garbage on the field. I got my Bo Nix shirt on. Some friends gave me this. Somebody asked me, they thought it was in reference to the other Bo from Alabama. I should know. Why am I not thinking? Anybody in the watching want to chat? What's the name I'm not thinking of? Bo Jackson. That's it. I think that was the original Bo Nix phrase, but I guess they've adopted it for Bo Nix. Works. All right. I think they're about to. Did they flip the coin? I can't tell. They're all standing. I guess they already. It looks like the Broncos are kicking. No, wait. Oh, you know what? I forgot the free square on the bingo. So let's just say that the American singing is the free square, because I didn't realize when I made that, or I didn't think about the fact that how would I tell? Okay, so the Broncos get the ball first. Broncos are receiving. We got Mims, RJ Harvey. Here we go. And they're off. It's the first time I've actually made the kickoff. Got here early. They didn't get much there. Got stopped at the 20. All right. Jets, don't get too excited. Wow, that paint is really bright. I guess they must have just painted it, probably. All right, I got my Bo Nix jersey back there for decoration. Good luck. I don't know. We'll see. How's this for a camera angle? Is this better? Last week I got a new monitor because I thought if people actually start commenting. Let's see. Is anybody in the chat? Nope. Tossed to Dobbins was the first play. Didn't get much. I gotta start these things in a more exciting way. I know that I get on here and I'm like, because I gotta make sure everything's working and all of that, and then I get on here and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I had something for this," like Archer. Do I need to be deleting these over on YouTube? Okay, here we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to remove all these annoying comments. That's the first time that's happened to me. Does that mean I've made it when people start spamming my chat section? I really hope you guys can hear me. That would suck. All right, what's happening now? All right. Oh, Nix got out of a tackle. Got out of a. Awesome. He gets it. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, my God. Franklin dropped. He got tackled. He caught it, but then. Sorry. I can talk. Bo threw the pass to Franklin. He crossed the first down line and then dropped the ball. Oh. Well, I guess the announcer's got to stop saying these stats like, oh, they haven't had a takeaway yet. And then they just get a takeaway. I don't know. Maybe there's no such thing as jinxing a team, but oh man, he just didn't secure the ball. He would have had a first down too. Well, Franklin, you gotta. The defender did poke it out, but gotta protect the ball, Franklin. I'm rooting for you, bud. All right. Anybody else a Franklin fan out there? Any Broncos fans actually in the stream? No? All right. We got one view. Okay. If you're on YouTube and you are watching this, please share this link. Please share the word. All right. Our defense can just take it back, right? Honestly, I forgot that Justin Fields was even on the Jets. I guess I haven't really watched him at all this year. So Jets are they have pretty good field. Well, they're at the 40. So decent field position. Oh, was that on the Broncos? Did they make them jump? Oh, it was on the offense. Okay. So that wasn't on the Broncos. Yep. It looked like it was on the Broncos, but I guess number 66 jumped first. All right, 2nd and 13. Because of that penalty. Justin Fields is trying to figure out what he wants to do. Now he's scrambling. He's running toward the sideline. They got him down. Did he get past the line of scrimmage? Is that 3rd and long? So Rich Eisen is calling the game, and Kurt Warner is categorized as the colorful commentary. What did I looked it up earlier. I thought it was funny the way they categorized both of them. But they're both pretty serious announcers. I feel like they're not really, All right, 3rd and 13. Justin Fields is back to pass. He's getting pressure. Oh, somebody just missed him. But they're not going to make it. I think they're going to probably attempt a field goal here. I think they're probably close enough. Oh, Jaquan McMillan made that tackle, I guess. I was going to put him on the bingo card, and then I decided not to. Just because, I don't know, someone else mentioned him, and he hasn't been really mentioned lately. All right. Oh, they're not in field goal range. Sorry. Oh, no, wait. They are. 52-yard attempt. Okay, let's see what they do. It's good. All right. That's fine. I guess they got their first takeaway. So congratulations, guys. Won't happen again. But apparently they do have a decent defense, and that's why people keep saying they haven't had a takeover because they're too good for that. All right. I'm trying to stay in the camera, but that's probably not going to be possible when I do the bingo card here. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. So let me actually get to the screen that has the let's see. Okay. So I think that we can, they're on a commercial, by the way. I think we can, oh, Franklin's not going to get a TD with that fumble. What was it? Oh, Americans sing God Save the Queen. Just because, I don't know. It would have been impossible to tell. Well, I guess not. You could probably tell who's American and who's not in the crowd, but I didn't get a chance to look that closely. Here's the Geico commercial. All right. So we got one square. I guess that's basically our free square, right? Oh my goodness, I really having a hard time with this. There we go. Oh, I was going to put something about one of the players arriving in some ridiculous garb, but they don't really play that anymore, I don't guess. Or maybe I just don't watch the behind the scenes stuff as much as I used to. All right, what do you think? What do you think our coach is going to call here for this first play after they get the ball back? Well, Justin Fields is still looking like Justin Fields. I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't say that in one drive. All right. Apparently, I'm supposed to hold the mic at a 45-degree angle like this. That gives the best sound. No one's going to comment on the sound. That's okay. We've had one view. I don't know why I can't just remove all of these. Oh my God. Guys, how do I prevent this? I guess I could only, I didn't want to set the chat to only subscribers because I have 6 subscribers, but all right, they're kicking it. Marvin Mims has the ball. Let's see if he gets through. Oh, goodness, he found a nice hole. All right, Marvin is down at the 40-yard line, so we got decent field position coming in. I got my koozie here. All right, is anybody awake in Denver? Cecil, you out there? I always recommend Cecil Lammy or Orange and Blue Today post game with Cecil. He and Andrew Mason are the only talking heads I listen to in Denver. So it's a little bit hard to get, energized at 9:30 in the morning, but I do feel bad for the Denver people in Denver because that's super early. All right, so that was a complete pass to Nate Atkins. Are we going to get Ingram in the game? We do need a tight end. All right. Let's see what else we got on the bingo card that we could possibly get. All right, RJ Harvey. Oh, wait. Oh, man. He had to throw that away. I think they faked the pass. All right. Sorry, I'm just still reporting all of these spammy comments and trying to remove them all. All right. Bo's back to pass, gets it off to, is that, who is that? Oh, Bryant. All right. I noticed last time when I was listening to one of the live streams, it is kind of crackling. So I don't know if that was because I was holding the mic down here too far. I got a comedy show coming up in October. I think I finally got my 10-minute set down. So if anybody wants me to practice some of the jokes, let me know if anybody's here. Oh, there's a flag down, of course. Offsides, maybe. False start. 79. Is that Bowles? No, that's not. Oh, it was a guard. Who is 79? 72 is Bowles. So I guess 79 was in for Powers. I must say that our offensive line has improved tremendously over the years that I've been watching the Broncos. Oh, well, that was either a broken up play or I don't know. Bo passed it to Ingram and then he ran into a group of Broncos just standing around. I don't know what that was about. All right. I think maybe I have to go change my privacy settings, but that would suck because then that keeps people from, joining the chat. I hope that this is still working because, hang on, let me just go to my actual channel. Sorry, guys. I know I'm very quiet right now, but I have to figure this out because I don't want these spammers spamming my comment section. But it is 3rd and 14 now. Broncos have the ball at the, I don't know, 45-ish. Bo's back to pass. Scrambling, looking like Auburn. Bo, don't like it. All right, but he gets it off to, I don't know who that is, but it's not enough. Harvey. So how many yards I got left? Are they going to go for it? Nope, they're not going to go for it. Oh, it's 4th and 5. All right, guys. Not looking too promising. Let's see. Let me just make sure I'm in the shot here. All right, well, now it's tied 3-3. Oh my god, look at all these spammy comments. Who is this? Guys, I'm so sorry about this, but I just I just wanna get these out of here. Why are these bots or people? I'm sure they're bots. This just pisses me off because, like, I'm just trying to have a fun Broncos get together here, and these people gotta spam my entire channel. Reporting you, I'm reporting you. Alright, let me see. I've almost got them all. I guess you have to report them before you can remove them. Oh my goodness, how many are there? Guys, this is ridiculous. Okay. Alright, I think I cleared them all. So if there's actual Broncos fans in the chat, please feel free to leave a comment. I didn't think of a funny poll this time, but, we got the bingo card. I plan to do that unless, you know, um, I don't know. I'm not giving up. I'll do whatever. Oh, I do have a question. So, I don't wanna, like, compete with people like Brandon Perna or Tom Grossi, but in case you missed last week, I did predict this. Well, I'm calling it now the 17-3 curse because in bocce, we have a 6-1 curse, and so if someone's down, because games go to 7, and it's happened so many times. It's happened to me, where we were down by 5 points, and then we came back and won the game. So, I said there's gonna be a new 17-3 curse when the Broncos win, sort of joking around, but not, and turns out they came back and won the game. So, I was joking that Brandon Perna move over curse wheel. There's a new curse in town. But I do have a serious question for Brandon Perna. Um, so a friend of mine bought this for me, which is a lovely dark roast, and let me just make sure I get it. There we go. Um, and I believe he bought it for my birthday right around the time that you came out with that coffee, and I had some last night. That's how long I've had it because I wanted to, savor it. And then, not last night, the other day, and then my stomach was, like, churning all day, so just wondering, when did you come out with that coffee? I wanna know how old it was. How old was that coffee that I drank? Oh, goodness. We got a runner on the Jets. Oh, wow. You know, I thought the Broncos were gonna be serious about this game because coach was very insistent that they couldn't even, like, go see the London Bridge or anything. But hey, you know what? It is tied. The Broncos do on the board. I guess I'll say it for the announcers. These guys get paid too. That was Steve's, suggestion for the bingo card was, the announcers use that euphemism. Alright, do we have any more cats? Hang on. I'm just gonna mute myself. Well, I'll wait till after this play. I was gonna create maybe a poll. Alright. So, the Jets lost a couple yards on that play. That's good. Oh, here it is. They're putting up a graphic even. 1 of 2 Broncos with 20 sacks over 20 game span since 2000. So, that was Von Miller. Uh, so I think we can click that one off on our bingo card, right? Where's our bingo card? There we go. We got 2 squares if anybody's playing at home, so every time you click on the link, it generates a new card. I mean, it has the same thing, so you should have a different card in that link. Um, and I don't know what happens if it does anything when you actually get bingo. No one's ever gotten bingo. I've never gotten bingo. Um, although last week was it last week? Yeah, I just said bingo because it was such a good game. It was such a good win. Alright, 3rd and 8. Justin Fields is shotgun. They're giving oh, oh, man. It's crazy how, like, when you think they're gonna get sacked or, fumble the ball or whatever, they still manage to get the pass off, but that didn't do much. It's 4th down. So he still made a complete pass despite all the defenders in his face, but yeah, Allen had him wrapped up, but he already had the ball out of his hands, but then number 9 came in and tackled the guy that caught the ball, so good. Okay, who was that one? Is that Ufunga? I believe that's how you say his name. Alright, so the Jets are making another attempt. So 6-3 game. 3 possessions and 3 field goals. So I guess at least there's not 18 penalties within the first 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Alright. No, I guess I could have thought of some London trivia or something like that for this. Maybe I'll do, like, a serious poll for people who are regular attendees, although I think most people found me on the other channel, so I don't know. I guess I could move the computer up this way, but I'm just afraid that, I'm gonna jar things and it's gonna not look pretty. Yeah, like that. Oh, no. Okay. I'm gonna pause this, guys. Okay. Can you still hear me? Yeah, that was not pretty. I just was trying to gently move and the cord that, attaches to the mixer was wrapped up anyway, I that could have been really bad. You could have gotten completely disconnected, but that was a good save by me. Alright, let's see, are there more spammy comments? Are there still more spammy comments here? No. Alright. So, kick is caught by I think that was Mims, he didn't get too far. Alright, is that still an okay angle? You guys can see you still see me kind of? Sorry, now I have to delete all the comments in the StreamYard because it's crowding my space. I can't tell if there are any new comments coming in. Alright, Bo fakes the handoff and gets it to Courtland Sutton. That is a first down, and he's down around the 50. So that was a nice play. Good play call, good execution. That's what we like to see. Let me just delete some more of these comments while the announcers are talking. You know, I did leave a comment in, the Orange and Blue today earlier this morning, but it was very polite. I was just like, you know, "If you want, come join. Trying to grow this channel." But I wasn't spamming their comments section. I support them. I like all of their videos. I comment when I can, when it makes sense, because it really does help the algorithm, and because it shows the algorithm that hang on. Oh, play clock issues. Alright. Maybe that's what we should add that to the bingo card for next time. Okay. So, now they got the play clock figured out. Bo's under center, passes it to looks like he didn't get much. I think that was Harvey. Oh, no, it was J.K. Dobbins. So he maybe got a yard on that? Let's see. I don't know, I mean, I think by now teams have probably figured out they're gonna hand it off to Dobbins if he's out there, right? Kinda like Jaleel McLaughlin. What happened to him? Does anybody know? Any Broncos fans out there watching? I haven't really. Alright, Court. Oh, there's a flag. Court, that was a nice. I think it's gonna be a holding call. Number 79, Pert. Is that Peart? That's how you say his name, Peart. Oh, yeah, I think, even though I think our offensive line has improved, I think there's still some holes we need to fill. Alright, Bo's back to pass. Gets it to number 12. I can forget who that's Dobbins, right? No, Harvey. Well, oh, that was 2nd and 20? Ooh, penalties are costly. Alright, what are we gonna do on a 3rd and 13? I mean, 17? Coach? Let me just erase a few more of these things. This is so annoying. Okay. 3rd and 17. Bo is in shotgun. He is settling his feet. Nope. He's running. Awesome. Well, he didn't get it, but he got close. 5 yards shy. What are we gonna do? I think they're gonna go for it. I'd go for it. Why not? Oh, yeah, he pulled down the yeah, that was good because that could have been tipped or intercepted or good job, Bo, protecting the football. All right. Going for it. Come on, fellas. Yes! That was Ingram. All right. Okay. Cool, cool. Let's see if he makes another play. I think I can safely say he's no longer medium hot sauce. That's what I called him. Because at first I was like, why did we trade for him? And then he got injured, so we didn't really get to see him. Um, and then he just wasn't doing much at all. But now, so I forget what team was he on? I mean, I know that name. He's been around the league. Did I spell his name correctly? Is that going to be strike 2 for me on the bingo cards? All right. I think that was a pass to Sutton, but I don't know how much they got out of that. Oh, it was RPO. Haven't seen any of that. Well, I don't know. Maybe we have, and I haven't really. Oh, he got that. So I was going to put on the bingo card, Cortland wins a contested catch with Sauce Gardner, but I don't know. That wasn't like a super contested one, but it was a nice catch. Oh, there's a challenge flag. Oh, are the Jets challenging it? Yep. Yeah, I kind of thought at first glance he didn't really catch it, but I didn't want to say anything. Oh, well, wait a second. Are they not going to make him use this challenge? I don't know if it hit the ground. He had it in his hands. I still think if you throw the challenge flag down, even if they decide, oh no, we're going to reverse that, you still waste your challenge flag. I'm sorry. That should be the rule. NFL, you listening? it's fun actually to know that nobody's here sometimes. Just because somebody will watch it eventually. I could say whatever the hell I want. Well, within reason. Oh, they're having issues with the play clock or the game clock today. Maybe during a commercial I'll play. If I share my screen, do you guys hear it? Yeah, they're talking about the clocks. I don't know what's happening. All right. 2nd and 10. Bo gets it off quickly to Mims, looks like. Is that Mims? Yeah. So the announcer's just saying that everything's been within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage in terms of passing, which I hadn't noticed because I've been dealing with stupid bots spamming my channel. Evan Ingram. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and mark that one. I think that was a nice catch. Where did I put that? Oh, did I misspell his name? Let me see. Is it spelled with an E? Oh, yep. Fail. Fail for me. Well, we got 3 squares so far. All right. I didn't have that on the bingo card. Nate, was that Nate Atkins? Yeah, that was Nate Atkins. You know, I still think he's underrated. I know he's not like a superstar or anything, but he's a solid player. I don't know what that celebration was. It wasn't the Mile High Huddle. I mean, salute. Why do I keep saying the huddle? I don't know why I have that in my head. So they had a fake. Yeah, they schemed that wide open. That was good play calling. Good play design. Excellent execution. All right. So the Broncos have, if the kick is good, it is good. 10 points. So 10-6. And that's the end of the first quarter. That was really well designed play. That was a very well designed play. All right. Now they're looking like the Broncos. Oh my God, do I have more of these things in here? All right. If anyone's watching, please hit the like button. Chat. If you're too shy to chat, just say hi. Where are you from? Where are you watching? Are you awake? Did you have coffee this morning? I had some. Apparently it didn't help. I even had, well, I didn't have it this morning, but I had this coffee yesterday morning. And yes, it's from around the time that Brandon Perna first started making that coffee. So does coffee get old? Does it go bad? It doesn't really go bad. I mean, it gets stale, I guess. But, I think it ripped out part of the lining of my stomach yesterday. All right, we got another commercial here. Let's see. Are there any interesting stats we can look at? Here, I'm just going to mute myself for 1 second while I put the mic down. I also don't understand why I can't get that bingo card to look bigger on the other side. So sorry if that's annoying, but I can put it up. There we go. Well, all right. I'm back. How do I get back to the... There we go. All right. So the Jets have the ball. That was 2nd and 8. I think they got a couple yards out of that. Run by, can't tell, 29? Who's number 9? Is that, his hair's covering his name. Is that Ufunga? Is that how you say his name? Anybody know? Oh, I guess I can take that comment off. Okay. I'm trying to stay in the frame, but the setup is a little... I had the big monitor set up last week, but this computer I don't think is powerful enough for all the things that I have going on. All right. Please don't call pass interference. So that looks like that was defended well, or it was a bad pass. That was Riley Moss defending that. I've heard a lot of people picking on Moss. I just freaked myself out. I've been watching too many ghost videos. I look over at the screen and I forget that there's a bit of a delay on YouTube Studio or what it's showing. And I moved, and then I thought somebody was behind me. All right, so they're forced to punt. 3 and out for the Jets. Broncos catch the ball at the 20. He's not going to go anywhere. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I always say this, like, I couldn't do what these guys do, but I always wonder, like, when they catch the ball, it seems like they always run toward a group of guys. Like, why don't they find a empty spot on the field? Maybe there's just not enough time to see the whole field. All right. We got 6 views. 1 concurrent view. See, concurrent views means that, like, that's how many people are watching at once. So I guess that means there's only 1 person watching. All right. How do I get people to stay here? Anybody who actually enjoys my content? Got any tips? I had a bunch of talking points earlier. Let's see. Oh, here's a question for Broncos Country, or if you live in Denver. So I've noticed on the Orange and Blue today, Ramos Law, they're sponsored and by Ramos Law, which is a law firm. The guy that owns it, Mr. Ramos, he is an ER doctor and an attorney. So what I want to know is, was he the ER doctor first? This is my guess. He was the ER doctor first, and then was like, either this doesn't pay enough money, or saw so many people getting into accidents and then getting screwed over the insurance, and then he decided, maybe I'll go get a law degree. I don't know. That's impressive. But I am curious to know, was it like that, or was he an attorney first and then thought, this is just boring. I think I want to do something more exciting. Let me become an ER doctor. I would think that the medical training, you'd probably want it or need to do that first when you're younger and your brain's fresh, and then you can add the law stuff to it later. I don't know. Passing the bar exam is a feat in and of itself, especially, well, depending on what state you live in. I don't know what it's like there in Colorado. I do know that it's illegal to own pit bulls, and that makes me sad because I don't know that I could ever live in Denver. This is my dog, Dude, from the logo. That's Dude. He was a good boy. But pit bulls, they have a bad reputation because they are the ones that get in the media. Those are the headlines. You don't hear about the little dogs biting people because the little dogs are far more likely to bite you than a large dog, especially a pit bull, because they're actually good-natured dogs. All right, Bo is, I don't know what he's doing. Okay, he did settle his feet. Is there someone there? I don't know what that was. He was going for Mims. he just winked at the camera, so I guess he's feeling okay. Like, whatever. Oh, this was the other thing. Maybe I'll do this at halftime. I'll put the Bo Nix jersey on. I heard him in a presser recently. Yeah, I don't know how that wasn't pass interference. Maybe it wasn't. I usually, like sometimes pass interference is obvious, but sometimes it's harder to tell. Okay, Ingram's got the ball. I don't know if he's going to make the first down, but he got close. Sorry, Ingram, I misspelled your name, but, next week I'll get it now that you're no longer medium hot sauce to me. All right, so we got 3rd and 3 now. Not bad. Got 7 yards out of that. Are they saying Ingram's the Joker? What? I just heard the word Joker. Sean Payton's got that gum again. There's one game where he was chewing that gum like his life depended on it. All right, that's a first down. Nice job, Ingram. Oh. 4th catch and 3rd first down grab. So I guess he's hot sauce. Oh, we no longer have any concurrent viewers, so I don't know what's happening. There have been people who found me on the other channel, so maybe they're not sure how to find me. Maybe I'll put something over there in a few minutes. Maybe everybody went to go see the other game when the spammers came into my channel. Yeah, that's annoying. All right. Oh, wow, there's more of these in here? So I'm just trying to delete all of these now because they're in the way. All right, 2nd and 8. Bo passes it to Franklin. Please hold on to the ball. All right. He did get, again, like he's good at getting the yards after catch. He almost fumbled the ball to hand it to the ref. I don't know, what do you do with guys that drop the ball a lot? Do you do like when, in school, in middle school, when you had I never actually did this. I've only seen it in TV shows, but when you have to have like a bag of flour, it's like your baby. Do they make them carry a bag of flour around? They should. All right. Oh, McLaughlin's out there. Give the ball to McLaughlin. I really like McLaughlin because of mainly his story, but he's fast. He's so small. But if you could get him out in space and he could catch the ball, he'd be off. All right. Do we have anything else on the bingo card? Anyone else here? You got a bingo card? Let me know if you get bingo in the chat. I think it's fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a poll to see if people actually want to continue with the bingo. I just like coming up with the squares. I spent way too long on the thumbnail yesterday, and it was like it was so gaudy. I kind of intended it to be gaudy, not the Austin Powers one, but the one that I had originally. I don't know why I just got sucked into it and spent way too long on it, and then I ended up just putting up the Austin Powers one. I don't know why I didn't think of that first. It's simple, it's recognizable. But I don't know. Are they more attracted to the thumbnails with the 2 teams, the 2 logos on each side? Because I see that a lot. That's what I first started doing. But it's, for me, this is not just a play-by-play. This is comedy and commentary plus Broncos bingo. All right. More commercials. Oh, what I was saying earlier about Bo needing an anger translator. By the way, if you are a regular and I start to say something, usually I circle back. If I'm talking about something and I'm like, hang on, the game's back on. I interrupt myself. It's like I treat myself like the female sideline reporter. Um, but essentially, what I was thinking when Bo had that presser and he was saying something about how the media likes to throw attention to stuff that doesn't really matter, like the discussion he had with Coach Payton. So I don't know if you've ever seen the Key and Peele. We're at a commercial, by the way. I know I just looks like I lost a viewer. But I'm not giving up, guys. I'm like the Broncos, I'm not giving up. So I think Bo needs like a kind of like a Key and Peele anger translator, you know? Because he was like, I don't know why people gotta pay attention to things that, just normal discussion or something like that. So it'd be funny if he had someone be like, he's saying mind your own damn business. Is what he's saying. Although you'd have to do it more lively than that. Okay, so now we got a timeout. Ooh, looks like a pass rusher for the Jets is injured. Well, let's hope he's okay. But he might want to just stay out of the game. Just, take care of that injury. Okay. 3rd and 2 at the 40. Handoff to, oh, God. Oh, that was a nice. I don't know if that was a designed play fake or it was just an RPO and Bo decided to run. But I thought that he had handed it off to Dobbins, but that was a nice fake. Damn, he just slammed into number. That was incredible. Let's hope he didn't get concussed with that hit. Bo slammed into another defender. All right. Dobbins up the middle, and I think he probably got 5-6 yards out of that. Let's see. 2nd and 5. All right. I'm just going to put the mic down for 1 second. Okay. 2nd and 5. Bo's back to pass. That didn't look good. Yeah, he was rushed. It looks like if he hadn't gotten pressure there, that would have been complete to Franklin. Yeah, it's that left guard. Yep. The Powers replacement. What's his name? I think he's had 2 penalties so far. Not good. All right, we got 3rd and 5. Bo gets it all. Oh, good Lord, what was that? That was such an easy pass, and I don't know if that was. Anyway, Bo pitched it to Dobbins, and he dropped it. Oh, I think the announcer said Bo was trying to lead him so he could get up the field. I don't know what they're doing. They're probably are they going to go for it? No. Broncos, all right. I think that's their first 3. Well, maybe not. Okay. That's through the end zone. All right. We got a little over 9 minutes to go in the first half. We're cutting back to scenes of London. As I was saying earlier, there are a lot of Broncos fans there. I was shocked to see they did this little thing with the people at like a local pub. And I don't know if they were already drunk or just I don't know what time it was there or when they did this video, but somebody was doing the "Let's go Broncos," and they were just like, I don't know, it just didn't seem like a ton of energy in there. But they probably felt caught off guard because I'm sure that whoever was filming that for the Denver media was like, all right, guys, we're going to need a lot of energy from you. People like, I just came to drink my beer, lady. I just assumed it was a lady. I wonder what it'd be like to work for like a big franchise like that for like the media. Like I said, I only listened to Cecil Lammey and Andrew Mason, but I know the other talking heads in Denver. Especially, if I'm listening to a presser, I've gotten to the point where I can recognize their voices. Like Mike Kliss, his voice is easily recognizable. He's a big name in the Denver media. Oh wow, is this dude still doing the USA commercials? Gronk. All right. Let's see. We got anybody else on the stream? I wonder if I played one of my videos, if you could hear the sound. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna just mute myself for a second. All right. So looks like Justin Fields was in trouble. I think they sacked him. Oh, Owazarike, that is. Oh, I was going to look up some of the Broncos stats. Let's try to see who number 9 is. Let's see the defense. Oh, they don't have their numbers right here. Okay. Oh. So that was Jaquan McMillan on the coverage there. It was a drop pass. Wilson dropped that. What happened? Was that good defense or bad offense? Or mix of both? Oh, he didn't get the ball. He didn't get control of the ball. Although that ball kind of came out a little wobbly. Oh. Yeah. I saw Bronco move early and I thought, are they not going to call that? But I think they just did. Let's see. There is a flag and it is. Was that Singleton? Somebody jumped. Oh. Number 15. So yeah, he it was funny. He knew it was Benito. He knew that it was a weird kind of like moment there. All right. Now it's 3rd and 10. The Jets have the ball at the 20. Justin Fields is scrambling and he's in trouble and he gets sacked by Cooper. Oh, I think that's on our bingo card. Oh, no, Scoop and Score was on our bingo card. Okay. Well, still good play. Yeah, they're saying he doesn't make a decision quickly enough. I would tend to agree with that. He held the ball way too long there. Cooper was all over that. All right, now they have to. Oh, they're backed up, having to punt. Oh, you hear the now? I hear the crowd saying, "Let's go Broncos!" Now they're into it. Oh man, Mims caught it. I thought he was gonna be off to the races, but I think he's down at like the 20. Looks like maybe. Well, I guess at least Justin Fields protected the football there. Oop. I keep forgetting to hide that. Now I'm just going to delete all these other comments. I don't think you can see them on YouTube anymore, but wow, that was annoying. All right, here's a commercial. Let's see if this works. I'm going to mute myself. And just keeping up with what's happening with the Broncos. I figured why not live stream the game since I'm going to be watching them anyway. We're at a commercial, by the way. Unless you want me to tell you what is going on with everybody's got a creamy. By the way, in Vermont, they're called creamies, not soft serve. Don't ever call it a soft serve if you come to Vermont. And make sure it's a real maple syrup Vermont creamy. Why, you may ask? Well, let me tell you something. If you haven't had real maple syrup, if you've only Okay, I don't know if you were able to see that. I thought I had this brilliant idea that I was going to show some of my other videos because I have the other Broncos videos on the Ashley Watson comedy channel. But it didn't look like it actually shared the screen for the full thing, so that was weird. All right. Well, we're at a commercial. Well, this is kind of a slow game so far, but we'll see what happens. We're fixing to find out. I haven't seen the British fan that dresses up like the Jaguar yet. That person goes all out. All right. Oh wow. Time of possession for the Broncos 14:36 and 7:39 for the Jets. Ball control 147 yards compared to 1. Wow. All right. Nix is back to pass. Gets it to Franklin. He's pushed out of bounds at around he probably got 6 yards, maybe 7. Let's see. Eisen's saying he got 5. Oh, it was 5. Eisen's had a little bit more experience calling games than I have, so I guess we'll trust him. I like Rich Eisen. I don't watch a ton of his stuff. Like if something's on YouTube and it's suggested, it's usually something about the Broncos, I'll watch it. All right, 2nd and 5. Bo's under center, gets it to who was that? That was Harvey or Dobbins. Oh, that was Dobbins. Cam Jones is doubtful, the announcer is saying. So if you're a Jets fan, I don't know why you're here, but please stay. I might, insult your team some, but I think that the person who insulted the Jets the best was like this 12, 13-year-old kid who made these videos several years ago. I don't know, maybe it was like 3 or 4 years ago. And it was when Zach Wilson was the quarterback. All right, Bo, get a first down. Slide. Yep. They're going to call him shy? Well, so how many runs was that? So that's at least 2. So we might get Cecil square on here for the bingo game. Looks like he slid too soon. So they're saying when Bo Nix is quarterback, you don't call a timeout after they slide. I don't know. So we're 2nd and 1. Gets it off to Dobbins again. I don't know if he got it. Why don't they just do another tush push? That worked last time. So they held him. Now it's 3rd and 1. If Bo had just run another foot, that's okay. We're going to get this. They are past midfield. I can't tell what yard line they're on now. Less than a yard. Oh, he's doing. Oh, I think he was trying to get him to jump. And number 13 got a false start. Is that Bryant? Yeah, they're saying he was holding the cadence for a long time. I don't know if he was trying to get him to jump. I don't know. I think Bryant's a rookie, right? I mean, rookie's a rookie. Okay, now we got 3rd and 6. Come on. Nix is throwing it too. Yes, all right, awesome. Holy. Oh, there's a flag. Franklin got a lot of yards after catch after that, but I think it's going to come back. Oh, I'm going to guess it was on the same. Yep. It's Parrott again. That's his 3rd penalty, I think. We got a left guard problem, y'all. You really need a left guard if you have a good quarterback. Oh, man. That would have been so. I mean, I think he probably got like it maybe 10 yards after the catch. Third and 16. So what would have been a first down if Bo had just run a little bit farther has now turned into a 3rd and 16. That's okay. Just don't hold, Parrott. Harvey's. All right, I think they're going to have to punt unless they're in field goal range. I can't tell. They are past the. Bo looks disappointed. Well, bro. Now they're having a discussion. See, this was on our last week's bingo card. The camera is focusing on Bo and Sean having a discussion. It's like I'm a week too late for some of these things. Okay. Well, we got 3 minutes left. 3:32 in the second quarter. I was going to say second half at first. I don't have a fun phone call to play for you like I did last time. I guess I could play the same one in case people are new here. Let's see. Let me do a quick poll. Okay. So last time I tried to do a poll, it wouldn't let me actually look at the poll. I couldn't see the results. So I just made a quick, simple thing that, or maybe it just shows me the result that has the most votes. That would make sense. Just essentially, should I continue with the bingo? I think it adds some fun, but I don't think I've had enough viewers or regular viewers to know if it actually works. Hopefully there's 30 people that got a bingo card, or 29, I guess, if you include the one that I'm using. So yeah, if you did get a bingo card, let me know. Does it work? Did you get bingo yet? I guess we've only gotten 3 squares, unless somebody else saw something that I didn't. So yeah, I guess maybe I'll just play the same phone conversation that I played in last week's game. So if you saw last week's game, sorry, we don't have a new one. I didn't get a chance to record something with Steve, but I figured that'd be a good thing to do for the halftime, and that way Steve can get involved. We used to have a podcast called Enthusiastic Broncos, and it was short-lived, mainly because of sound issues that have somehow plagued me, but I'm hoping this is working. I hope it's not too loud. It doesn't look like it's clipping, so it's not in the red. Okay, Jets got the ball at the 15. Justin gets it to, I can't tell, and whoever that is down at the 20. Hall. I think this will probably be the setup from now on. But if anyone else has an opinion, if you've watched my other ones, go to Ashley Watson Comedy to watch the other live streams. I know it's confusing. I'm probably confusing the hell out of the algorithm too, but whatever. We're doing this. 2nd and 6. Jets have the ball at the, 20. Playcock's going down, Justin. All right, they're not going to get much out of that. All right, good Broncos defense. So yeah, what's going on with Parrott? Anybody know? Is it just because he's new? Is he a rookie? He seems to be struggling. Left guard position is extremely important, especially when you found your franchise QB. And yeah, I'm already calling it. I called it last year because here's the thing. I know that I had originally told my mom that Bo Nix was never going to make it to the NFL. But that was when he was at Auburn. Okay, so I think that's a fair assessment. But then he went to Oregon and got better, and here we are. But when they drafted him, or when there was talk of drafting him, I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I started watching more of his Oregon games, and I was like, oh, well, actually, when he's in the right system, but I think all those extra games under his belt. Oh, we only have 1 timeout yet. What still? Oh, there's only 2 minutes left. What was I saying about Bo? Oh, I think they got a first down. That's okay. If they get a touchdown, at least it'll be an exciting game, right? Anybody watching? Remind me what I was just saying about Bo. I lost my concurrent visitor, so maybe not. Where's my buddy Jason? So yeah, go watch the live streams over on my other channel. But I will be live streaming here from now on, just because not only is it confusing the algorithm, it's probably confusing viewers and subscribers, because I actually have a decent subscriber count on my other channel. I think I have 6 here, maybe. Oh, I know what I was saying about Bo. They're going to commercial. Okay. So when they finally, they drafted him and he got to Denver, I think it was either his first presser or one of his first pressers. And someone asked him, that basically, like, what would you, or I think it was actually Mike Kliss, because, he's got that recognizable voice. Essentially, he asked Bo something like, it was sort of a joke, but, because I think when Hackett was here, was he the one that was like, oh, we don't really pay attention to rivalries, like, And the fans were like, dude, we hate the Chiefs. You got to get on board with hating the Chiefs if you want to coach here. So, yeah, I heard the DNVR thing, and he started off with F the Chiefs, but I guess they can curse because they have thousands of subscribers on their channel. But I'm just getting started here, folks. And I know there's a lot of dudes out there on the internet that you could watch, but why watch a bunch of, I have a unique perspective as a woman. I don't know. I have a unique perspective as someone who has been a Broncos fan since they really sucked. Because when I became a fan, my friend Steve told me, like, you can watch the games with me. And I had never rooted for an NFL team because I grew up in Alabama where we watch college ball. We don't, well, I don't know. Some people have, NFL teams. Tennessee Titans have never been that big. They're still not that big. I mean, they're getting better, I guess. But so, I was like, all right, cool. I'll root for the Broncos. I can learn more about football. It's right after my dad died, and I never watched enough football with him. So, and then I got to watch Peyton Manning win the Super Bowl, and you guys know the rest. So I think I bring a unique perspective in terms. I always tell people, when you watch over a decade of really bad football, that's a good way to learn what good football is. Because when you can recognize bad football, you can more easily recognize good football. In fact, last week I was saying that when Steve and I were at that Buffalo game, we had our asses handed to us. Oh, there's some grandma dancing in the stands. That's cute. She's awesome. Oh, she stopped. I think she stopped because she knew that, oh, come on, lady, that's okay. Keep dancing. She looks very serious. I don't know why what are they saying about this woman? I don't know. She looked like she was in her 80s maybe, and she was just kind of hopping in the, I hope I'm still lively when I'm that old. All right. The Jets just got maybe 9 yards. And we had, oh yeah, no, they got 4 yards. 2nd and 6. So we have 1:55 left in the half here, the first half. How do you say that guy's name? Membu? That's kind of a cool name. Membou? Membu? Mambu? Mumbo? Membo? But if I were an NFL announcer, I would make sure I knew how to pronounce every player's name before I started the game. But that's just me. I didn't make sure that I spelled Ingram's name right on the bingo card, but maybe that's going to be a new tradition with me. I just misspell one of the players' names every couple weeks just to keep you guys fresh and lively. What do you call that tackle? He just he grabbed his leg and just kind of spun him around, just holding on to that one leg. I've never seen a tackle quite like that. Sean Payton's yelling, not yelling, but discussing something with the refs. Oh, was that on our bingo card? Something about Sean? I don't know if I would call that yelling, but he did not seem happy. We'll say that. All right. We lost our concurrent viewers. Am I just not talking enough? If you see this after the fact, please leave something in the comments because that also helps the algorithm. Tell me what I can do. I try to keep talking. I know football well enough. I don't think because this is supposed to be a mix of play calling and commentary. Oh, did he get it? I don't think he did. Okay, so I think it's going to be 4th and 1. And this is when you can tell when a coach believes in his players. They go for it on a 4th and 1, depending on where they're at in the field. How do those guys not get, like, punctured in the face with the cleats when they're low to the ground like that, Never thought about that, but that guy had some really shiny silver cleats. That's why I noticed that. I mean, why watch football with Brandon Perna when you can watch, someone with an ADD riddled brain make random comments and never go back to original thought? I mean, come on, guys. No, again, I can't compete with Brandon Perna. So I'm trying to lean into the comedy, not so much he's funny. He's legit funny, but I don't think he considers himself a comedian. I am a comedian. I have a microphone. Like, like the comedians use. This is actually a Shure SM58. It's the same microphone that Bruce Springsteen uses, so if it's good enough for the boss, it's good enough for me. Okay. I don't know what they're doing. The refs are discussing something. See? Random talks about microphones. Did you know the SM58 was Springsteen's microphone? I bet you didn't. Do you care? Maybe. Might be on a trivia question one day. Okay. I don't know what coaches. What's happening here? Are they in a timeout? I can't tell what's happening, but the players are just standing there. So it's still 4th and 1. The clock is stopped at 1:04. Who's he? Oh, he's talking to the special teams coach. Okay, so this is one thing that. What is the special teams coach yelling at? Do they have too many? Okay, they're all in a pile. I can't tell. Sorry, guys. It's hard to explain what's happening because I'm very confused. Now that coach is coming out yelling at the other coach. Okay, so I guess they've given him the first down. So the special teams coach for the Broncos, I forget his name. I used to know more facts, but after the Hackett Russell Wilson year, I was just like, I might go to the Bills. Just kidding. I do watch the Bills. They're like my second team, second home. But I just wasn't sure if it was ever going to get better in Denver. And now it has. But I don't I don't know who the special teams coach is. That's not good. So there's a lot of discussion right now, but no one knows what they're discussing. Not even the announcers. Oh, they're resetting. They're having issues with the clock today, I think, is what's happening. So the announcer's saying, where's the sense of urgency for the Jets? Well, I agree. He's like, are they going to get a sense of urgency now and try to score some points? So the Broncos have had, it's 10-6. Jets have only had 2 field goals so far. Okay. Breece Hall got a couple yards. Clock is ticking. 53 seconds. I don't know what they're doing. What? Uh-oh. So the Broncos just sacked Fields, I believe. Yep. Final timeout's just taken. It's 35 seconds left. It's 3rd and 8. What are the Jets going to do, you guys? What do you think? No one's in the chat? That's all right. I think probably that spammer from earlier stole half my audience. Oh, so spammy. Oh, it's 3rd and 8. Coach just put a fresh stick of gum in there. Does he just constantly shove his face full of gum? I don't know. I can't. I probably would be too. I'd probably be eating Skittles, actually. I'd have a whole thing of Skittles over there. They're actually called Skittles Littles, but I call them Skittles because that's just a better name. Marketing department left an opportunity on the field with that one, in case you haven't heard me say that before. Okay, 3rd and 8. There's 37 seconds left. The first half. Jets are going to not get a first down. So I think They'll probably go for it. Looks like they're close. 4th and 1. They're going to go for it. Clock's ticking. They got to do something. Fields does hold onto the ball too long. After the announcer said that, I started watching him, and yeah, it's like he can't make a decision. 2 seconds left, guys. Come on, Justin. What are you doing? Oh, wait. People are confused. There we go. That's one. The Rich Eisen even just said people are confused, even the announcers. So let's mark that one on the bingo card for sure. All right. 10-6 Denver. We're at the half. Where is that one? Did I leave it off? Oh, crowd seems confused about a rule. We'll just say confused. Everyone seemed I don't know what was happening. It looked like maybe the play clock kept getting messed up. So we have 4 squares checked now. Does anyone at home have bingo? All my fans here. All right. So we're at halftime. I can't see anything interesting going on there. I'm not quite sure what happened there at the end of that half. It was very confusing. But I'm just going to play the phone conversation from last week, and hopefully the whole thing will play through, but I might have to cut off a little bit of it. So this was a conversation between me and Steve, what we expected for last week's game. So I know this is might be confusing, but you know, let me put up the picture of Steve. We'll take that out. Take me out. Oh wait, hang on. There we go. So that's me and Steve at the Buffaloes game when Tim Tebow was quarterback, and we had our asses absolutely handed to us. I don't even remember the score. It was a lot to little. And so let's see. I still have that recording. This was our conversation from last week about that game. But next week I'll get a new conversation for you guys to listen to. But enjoy this while I take a break. All right, Steve, you're being recorded.
Okay.
What everyone, this is Steve Weed, my Broncos sensei, and you know, you joined in the chat last week. That was nice. Won't be able to watch the game live today, but what are you hoping for in this game?
Well, hello. Thank you. I think it's going to be a close game. 3 out of the 4 Bronco games have been somewhat close. The Titans game was, you know, they won it somewhat easily, but still, for a Titans team that's not very good, I felt that was a little scrappier. So, I'm expecting this to be more along the line of the Colts-Chargers game, where it's going to be close. They're going to kind of go back and forth a bit. So I do think the Broncos have a chance. The Eagles are a good team. They're 4-0. But I think the Broncos have a legitimate chance at pulling it out. For them to do that, I think Sean Payton's going to have a similar game plan as he did against the Bengals. And what I mean by that is emphasize the run more, have J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey in the backfield at the same time, use them both quite a bit.
R.J. Harvey's on the bingo card, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
And
so basically, take his head out of his ass is what. Really?
Yeah, get his head out of his ass and call an even game. He sometimes overthinks himself, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he sometimes gets a little too fancy for himself, and he thinks, oh, they're expecting us to run, so I'm going to pass a lot. So I'm telling Sean Payton, don't do that. Do what's expected. Because the Eagles, they have pretty good defense, but it's not, at least my understanding, it's not what it had been last year, and they're a little susceptible to the run. So take advantage of that that helps everybody. Takes time off the clock, sets Bo up. They can do a lot of play action off of it.
Yeah.
So I just think, and the run game's been working pretty well. I mean, if they stay with it, they get those chunk plays.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what always drives me crazy about the Broncos. It's like they get a good run game started and then they give up on it for some reason. Like one play doesn't work and then they abandon the run, or I don't know. But yeah, call a balanced game. Um, I mean, I don't know. I think so far I like Coach Payton. Given all the coaches that I've seen through the revolving doors at Dove Valley, uh, you know, especially when you compare him to Fangio. I mean, um, so yeah, just by the way, in case people missed it, the explanation of the thumbnail on this live stream, I made that in Photoshop years ago. I don't know, about 5 years ago. Yeah, it was like 2020 because that's when the Broncos really sucked that year, the COVID year. We had to have a receiver get out and play quarterback for us. I miss Kendall Hinton. I heard his name on I think it was a podcast, and somebody was doing a preview of this game today, and he
Cool.
mentioned the fact that the Broncos, had to resort to getting someone who was not very qualified to be a quarterback to be our quarterback. So, yeah. Um, Sorry, did I interrupt your? Was there something else? Well, yeah, the run game. I totally agree with that.
Um, yeah. So on offense, that's what it is. It's like, and I also think it would be good to have a little chicanery, a couple of trick plays, and not even trick plays, but I mean, like maybe a little end around. I'd be open to a flea flicker. They almost had one against the Chargers that worked. Um,
Just
you
no ring
know,
around the rosies like the Chiefs did, whatever the hell that was.
yeah, yeah. And for the love of God, just the special teams coach, like, please, I'm just begging you, explain the rules to the players, make sure they understand what they're doing, and just try to
Yeah,
play a solid, because special teams has gotten us in trouble, and just sound football. That's all I'm looking for. Look at the rule book, make sure you understand what the rules are, you know,
yeah.
things
It's
like
like
that.
it's the same expectations or similar expectations. Oh, I think our recording ended. Or no, something happened. It looks
Well,
like
all
it's
right,
still recording.
all right. Well,
Um,
let's see what happens.
well, there's similar expectations um, that. Sorry, what were you just saying? Sorry, I was distracted. I'm
It's
hoping
about
this
the
is.
special teams needs to just
Oh,
play, sound
yeah.
football.
Um, just in terms of, uh, well, shit, I've forgotten what I was going to say. I'll have to edit that out. Or maybe I won't. But yeah, what else? I had a thought there, but now it's totally gone. That's okay.
Well, I was just going to say on the defensive side, you got a Saquon Barkley. It's not had quite the same year as he had last year, but he's still a dangerous player. So they got to shut down the run because their pass defense to me is the Broncos' strength. Although I think they're gonna pick on Alex Singleton. I like Alex Singleton; seems like a good guy, but he's after that knee injury, seems he's a bit slowed, and he's had a tough time covering tight ends, and so it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't pick on him a bit.
Yeah, but he still leads the team in, I want to say either pressures or not tackles, maybe. I don't know. I looked it up earlier today. He had a high number of something, assists or. Uh,
Yeah, and that's usually the inside linebacker's job is to stack up tackles for on against run passes. It's more just a little, like I say, a little concerned because the Broncos have had a tough time covering tight ends, and he's struggled with it a bit. So it wouldn't surprise me if they don't try to take advantage. So that's where I'm saying they just got to be kind of be ready for it.
yeah, I think what I was going to say is the same expectations just go for all the players and the rules in general because the reason I put that in eligible man downfield, I feel like they've been calling that a lot lately. It's like guys
Mhm.
don't know where they're supposed to be, but oh, that's the other thing that Alex Singleton is really it's key to have him on the field because he gets guys in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
So I think one of the announcers is pointing out, or somebody was pointing out that he moved a guy. I think it was a Denver talking head that said that
Mm-hmm.
after the fact. But yeah, so big question here though. Is the rapture going to happen today, Steve?
Well, if it is, I'm not sure how prepared I am for it. Because there's some things I still I feel like I need to do. But I'm not sure if I would get raptured either.
Oh yeah,
So
this is
I'm kind of
definite,
yeah, go ahead.
definite no for me,
Yeah,
but that's okay. Because I'm
yeah,
Jewish and we don't believe in hell. So,
yeah.
but yeah, it's an interesting. The internet is an interesting place. Let's put it that way. Well, maybe I should have had more coffee. I feel like I had more energy earlier, but maybe we can get pepped up here. Was there anything else that you hope for today or expect?
Well, yeah, as I said, I mean, I think the Broncos have a shot. It's going to be a tough contest because they're going west to east. Traditionally, that's been tough on teams because of just the time change. So they're
Yeah,
going west to east, so that creates a challenge. Philly's a tough place to play. They have pretty rabid fans.
Philly
Uh,
fans be like Philly fans.
exactly.
I was actually going to
So,
put something super creative there real quick,
mhm,
because I was like, well, and I looked up like what they're famous for, and apparently throwing batteries on the field, but I think they only did
yeah.
that once, but I don't know. Anyway, so I was like, well, let's just say they're just going to be like Philly fans.
Yeah, so yeah. But anyway, I think the Broncos have a chance. I think and this was pointed out by one of the talking heads in Denver, that the Broncos lose close games, at least they have this year.
Mm.
So it's going to have to be, I think the Broncos maybe going to have to get up by a lot, and then maybe Philly makes a move. But I'm thinking for the Broncos to win this game, they're going to have to win by a touchdown or more because the close games seem to be tough for them for some reason. So I'm going to say Broncos are going to win the game 27-17 just because, I want them to win.
I like it. I don't know if I'm going to go. Well, I don't know. Our defense is yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be close. But I think it's going to come down, and I know somebody else said this in one of the chats in Orange and Blue today, which I watch. By the way, Steve, what should people do when they come to this channel?
Well, I'm not. I guess they should like it, subscribe, and comment. Is that what
There
they
you
do?
go. That's
Yeah.
exactly right, dude. So that's one thing that Orange and Blue does. They always say that at the end of their videos, and I've been forgetting to ask people, so I'm gonna get other people to ask for me. And so yeah, somebody said in one of the chats that basically this is going to come down to whoever has the final possession, and I think that may be true. So let's hope it's a 10-point win. But I think 27. I think the Broncos can score 27. And let's just hope they just take advantage. But you were saying something last week about how, well, probably the reason they lose in close games, as you were just mentioning, is that something you said earlier in the week, which is that Peyton tends to choke against better team or winning teams, not necessarily better.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have when he as long his tenure with the Broncos, does not have the best track record against teams that have a winning record, and so that's where I'm saying he needs to get his head out of his ass. He seems to sort of freeze or choke or overthink it, and to me, when he just coaches his style, his game, and just um, he's a pretty good coach, and I agree with you. After the carousel that has come through, the clowns that came through before him, including Fangio, um, I like Sean Payton, and I think he's a good coach. He again, just believe in yourself, Sean. That's all I'm saying, man. You know, you don't have
Yeah,
to have any kind of a inferiority complex. Just believe in yourself, believe in the team, and just coach your own game.
yeah, man. I was also thinking of I stumbled across the picture of us at that Buffalo game when we got our asses
Yeah.
handed to us in the freezing cold,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
knocked over my overpriced beer.
Yeah. Yep. In about 3 seconds. You had that beer about 3 seconds.
Yeah. So I honestly didn't I didn't even remember that, but I just remember getting our asses handed to us. So I may show that picture. I may just play this because we're almost at 15 minutes here. I may just play this for the halftime break so
Yeah.
people
Nice.
have something to listen to. And unless it stopped recording, I mean, it did the weird ding thing, or maybe it's telling me like, hey, you're still recording. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Hello, hello, hello. We are back from halftime. I had to cut that short. Let me get myself back on the stage here. How you doing? If you're just joining us and you didn't get a bingo card, go ahead and grab one there's a link in the chat. First 30 people get a free one. I'm assuming there's still 29 cards left. I had a bot spam my channel when this thing first started, so I don't know if that hurt my views, but we're just going to keep going. Oh, I guess I can take this off. Hang on. All right. So now we're back. Oh, I can also, let's get the bingo card back up there. We do have 4 squares checked. So if you get a bingo card, it should randomize the squares. So you might have bingo. I don't have a prize to give away, but hey, you can say you got bingo. Put it down in the chat. Take my poll. I had a few people comment on my live streams on my other channels, so I do have more live streams over there. So if you wanted to listen to that whole conversation, just go over to Ashley Watson Comedy and check out that game. It was the last live stream on there. So I'm going to be live streaming football on this channel from now on because, well, it just makes more sense. It has football in the name. That's what I created this channel for. All right, so the Jets have the ball. Looks like they just got a first down. Sorry, I didn't get back right in time for the kickoff. I did hear Rich Eisen during the half mention the Jets getting their first takeaway, so sad that the Broncos had to be that for them, but, good for them. It only took them 5 weeks. All right. I think that was a trick play, maybe. Justin Fields ran that, but I don't think he got a first down. So it's going to be, looks like 2nd and 9, maybe. Nope, we got to do the replay. What did happen there? Oh, yeah. Oh, he did a little double take on number 92 there. Got right past him. It's 2nd and 2. Handoff to, can't tell who that is, but looks like he got across the line. All right, so the Jets are moving the ball. I think they're at the 20-yard line, looks like. So I guess the Jets decided to play football during the half. Been wondering when they were going to join us in this game. If you're just joining us, that the Jets have not performed well. I mean, they've been the Jets. So far, they have 6 points. Both of those were field goals. By the way, if you are in the chat, let me know how the sound is. I mean, if you are in the stream. I'm assuming that anybody can leave a comment because I had that bot spam my channel at the beginning. So clearly there are no parameters or restrictions put on whoever, the people who can comment. But yeah, go over to Ashley Watson Comedy, subscribe to that channel because I'm going to start focusing on more reaction type videos. I just enjoy doing this kind of stuff. And currently I'm working on, with some friends, we're going to do like an MST 3000 style riff on a Friday the 13th television series, which is, it's not the worst show ever, but there's plenty of opportunities for jokes in that show. So I've just got to figure out how to master the magic mask in DaVinci. DaVinci Resolve is a editing software if you're not familiar with. Anyway, there's a learning curve, even though I've used pretty much every editing software. Oh, wow. So the Jets are close to the red zone, 3rd and 8. Fields is in trouble. There's a flag down, of course. Zach Allen batted the ball down, they said. I didn't see that. So what's the flag? Holding? So penalty declined for the holding call because the Jets are actually moving the ball down the field, surprisingly. Sorry if you're a Jets fan. I mean, again, I've taken my fair share of hits being a Broncos fan for the last however many quarterbacks we've had since Manning. All right, so they're going to kick. How many? 38-yard attempt. I mean, they're going to, kick a field goal. I should have made some tea during the half. I apologize. My throat's a little scratchy today. Kick is good. All right, so 10-9. I don't know, guys. This, aside from last week, if you missed last week, I called the 17-3 curse. So, again, move over Perna's curse wheel. There's a new curse in town. No, I was joking about how Bocce has a 6-1 curse, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to call it now. There's a new 17-3 curse when the Broncos come back and win this game, and they did in the fourth quarter. It was so yeah, that's the witch is back, Steve, if you're watching. I can share our Pick'em League. So my friend Steve, who you heard in the half, if you're still here, he's the reason I'm a Broncos fan, and so we also have a Pick'em League, or we joined a Pick'em League. And there's no money involved. It's just sort of bragging rights. But I was going to find the there's still Steve. You're still in the shot there, bro. Steve and I normally watch the game. So part of the reason I'm live streaming is, he's the reason I'm a Broncos fan after my dad died. And I regretted not watching more football with him because my dad was a running back. I don't know if you can see the picture from here, but anyway, so Steve's like, I grew up in Denver. I'm a Broncos fan. You can watch the Broncos games with me. So I was like, sure. I never rooted for an NFL team. I think I started to tell the story earlier and I got distracted. It's hard to pay attention to the game and then fill in the dead air. So I think I'm doing a fairly decent job. Just trying to make things fun and lighthearted for people. But so yeah, I started watching the Broncos and then they just were terrible. But Steve and I have this Pick'em League, and over the years we've changed our handle because the quarterbacks have changed so much. We usually I like to name them after the quarterback for whatever reason. So I wanted Horsecock Lock when Drew Lock was the quarterback. If you're not familiar, that was an actual nickname he had in college, apparently. But then I was told there were children in the pool, so I was like, okay, I guess we got to keep it clean. I don't remember what we even did for Drew Lock. Steve, if you know, put something in the chat. But Steve can't make watching the games with me now, so that's partly why I'm doing these live streams, and I just thought it'd be fun. So, all right, something happening now. I'll get back to my thought here. But we also had my favorite team name for the Pick'em League was Bridge Over Check Down Waters when Teddy Bridgewater was the quarterback. And again, much love to Teddy Bridgewater, but he was known for checking it down. I just love puns and names. I'm on a bocce league. I have 2 silver medals, a bronze, and I won my first gold medal this summer. So, but Steve and I always say all roads lead to football, meaning you can compare anything in life to anything in football. And it's the same, I think, with most sports. Oh, wow. Oh, that was Mims got hit really hard on that return. I'm surprised he got up. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, that looks like helmet to helmet to me. Where's the call, refs? I don't know. That was a little. He was already down, and that the defender came in with it head first, so that should have been called. I know I complain about the flags a lot, but I do think when there's like a safety concern, those are definitely calls that need to be made. But like the ticky tacky stuff just gets really annoying. It slows down the game so much. But then you can fit in more commercials for the advertisers. So, all right, I'm not putting on a tinfoil hat just yet, but I don't know. Seems like there's a lot more ticky tacky penalties in the NFL these days. And I've been a Broncos fan for the majority of the time since Peyton Manning. Well, yeah, all the time since Peyton Manning, and the majority of that time, there were a lot of penalties. So I do feel like there's a lot more. All right, 2nd and 6. Broncos have the ball at the. So also, if you're out there and you're a Broncos fan, what's going on with Wattenberg? I feel like I've seen a lot of high snaps, but nobody's said anything. So is that my imagination? Like that looked like a high snap to me. Seems like Wattenberg's struggling as a center. And we got problems with our left guard now. So is our offensive line suffering? That's not good. I mean, we're still playing well. They're still playing really well. McLaughlin's out there. 3rd and 4. Broncos have the ball at the 25-ish. Are they going to give it to McLaughlin? No, they faked it. They faked it again. Oh, what was that? Well, that did not work. I don't know what that was. Oh, there's a flag. Illegal man downfield. That was on our bingo card from last week. Should have put it on this week. Well, that's a 3 and out for the Broncos. That was disappointing. Okay, so what was this play? So Bo fakes it to McLaughlin, fakes it to Franklin running behind him for some reason. Then that was on Miners, that penalty. Oh, that's why McLaughlin's not out there, because he didn't catch the. He didn't keep his eye on the ball. I mean, I don't know why you would call that play there. See, that's the thing. It's like Sean Payton calls a pretty good game, and then there are these plays where it's just really puzzling. Like, why would you call that? There's so many things they could have done on a 3rd and 4 other than that trick play that absolutely did not work. Okay. The Jets got all the way down to the 40 because the Broncos had to punt. So, what I was going to say earlier. See, I always bring it back. I was going to say, if you are in the chat and I say something and then the game comes back on, I interrupt myself and then I don't remember what I was going to say. Be like, hey, Ashley, you never circled back to that. But when Hackett was coach and the Russell Hackett year, that was, I got to say, hands down, that was the worst year. I mean, even worse than the Drew Lock COVID year, when we had to get a receiver out there to play quarterback for us. But there were a lot of 1-point games in that the first few games of the season with Hackett. And it just, it's another one of those like triggers as a Broncos fan. You're just like, it's a 1-point game. I don't like this, or something happens that just reminds you of Russell Wilson. But they played a good, I think, honestly, I think Cecil's right. They need to call more runs for Bo, because I think that gets him comfortable. And when he's comfortable, he settles his feet more and he makes more accurate throws. See, I know football. We're on a commercial. All right, Steve, I was going to look up our pick'em, where are we at in the pick'em. So Steve and I, we won the first week. So you basically pick which team you think is going to win, and then you have like confidence points in case you've never, been on a pick'em league. And so, since Bo Nix, we put 16 points on the Broncos pretty much every week. And it's great when everybody else thinks that they're not going to win, and then they put 16 on the opposing team. And so I forgot to pick Thursday's game last week, and we still came in first. So, we're doing pretty well. I think, Steve, we're number 2 right now. But I was going to see where we were. I guess the other games haven't started, but I don't know if this is a privacy concern for the pool. All right. That's us this year. Big Nick Synergy. Wait, am I showing this? Let me just make sure I'm showing this. It would help to have the bigger screen. Oh, is it not showing? Yeah, there we go. I guess I could try to make this bigger. Let's see. All right. So, yeah. But see, look at this. We have the best win percentage, 70%. That means we've guessed the most, right? But I'm getting better at adding the points to them. So we're coming for you, Mookie. If you're out there, we always say that Mookie's the one that we got to beat. Okay. We're back at the game. So I can't remember. Was Justin Fields, was he the number 1 draft pick that year? Because it just goes to show that, if I were a GM, I would never pick a quarterback that was in considered to be the top 5. Because I don't know. I guess it depends on who it is. But, Bo was picked was number 10. I think Mahomes was later in the first or second round, or early in the second. That was another Drew Lock moment I just remembered, was when he was drafted, and I guess he got all ready, and I'm not trying to rag. I probably shouldn't rag on Drew Lock quite as much, but he wasn't exactly the way to the promised land for the Broncos. But yeah, he got there a day early, and then they didn't pick him until the next round. I felt bad for him. But see, I rooted for him the whole time he was there, and then I don't know. I'm just happy to be watching good football again. Well, yeah, I guess Peyton Manning, the Manning years was the only good football really I saw. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Oh. Kurt Warner's explaining what a quarterback does when he's alerting. Oh, a helmet came off. That's not good. Okay, she missed last week's game. This is this koozie, incidentally, was from a Super Bowl party the year the Broncos won the Super Bowl with Manning. It's not like I've used it ever since then. It's just been in storage, but I figured why not pull it out. All right. 2nd and 7. We have 6 minutes left in the third, so it's 10-9. So that's why I was saying about the single point thing. Sometimes it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Let's see. No one in the chat? What is this? I'm not sure what to make of this comment. Are you saying you're a Jets fan? Sorry, I gotta pay attention to what's happening here. 3rd down. Eat star-shaped chicken nuggets. Did you see a Jets fan eat a star-shaped chicken nugget while they were in London? But thank you for commenting. That's awesome. I'm glad I have somebody here. I'm not talking to myself, although I'm used to that. That's okay. I am a stand-up comedian, so, there's not been a ton of opportunities for jokes in this game, even though we're playing the Jets. That was a good one. Gotta laugh at yourself sometimes, All right, Fields is back to pass, and that is incomplete. Pat Surtain. Yeah, I really do think a lot of people have been saying he should be in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, and I agree with that as well. Wow, that was a really good play on the ball. He's got such good instincts, and he's quick. If you've ever seen that play where he intercepted the ball in was it the Chargers game? Where they had the old school uniforms on and he had that like 90, I want to say 98-yard pick six. Hey, my 4K ultra wide. Oh, I thought that said UK. I thought this person was in the United Kingdom. But I imagine there's not a ton of fans over there just itching to watch. I don't know. I did see a bunch of Broncos fans in the pub when they were filming earlier. So that was a good play. First good special teams play. Maybe I should put that on the bingo card for next time. I got to write these down. Special teams actually makes a good play. I just think they don't put enough emphasis on special teams, for most teams. So that's why they mostly suck. I'm going to leave this star-shaped thing up for a while just because we don't have any other comments. Here I can take Steve probably doesn't want his picture up there the whole time. Still getting used to the StreamYard. I'm trying to decide if I want. I know there's another open source. I always forget the name of it. OBS, OB something. It's free. StreamYard's a monthly subscription, although it's very easy to use. But I think I'd be able to have more customization with my live streams. So if I did like the MST 3000 riff type video, then I could do that live, because you couldn't really, I'd have to like film it and then put it in DaVinci to do the effect. But I don't know if I would be able to do that in the custom. If anybody out there knows, like, hey, Ashley, yeah, you could totally do that. Let me know in the comments, even after the fact. We're not live chatting. All right. Thanks for being here if you are here. Has anyone taken the poll? I haven't even looked at that yet in a while. 100%. All right. What's funny is it doesn't let me actually look at the poll. Like, it doesn't let me see the whole thing. So honestly, I don't remember what I asked. It was something about the bingo cards, right? Should I continue them? Yes. Yes. I guess I should come up with a prize. I don't know how to get it to you. But if you're enjoying this at all, if I've made you laugh one time during this whole thing, no matter when you're watching it, please hit the like button and subscribe. I mean, you can, give me a few more games before you subscribe, or just go ahead and subscribe, because it does help the algorithm recommend my videos to people and not bots. Oh, what's happening now? Did the internet just go out? Are we still live? Something happened to the game. That was odd. Oh, it scared me. I thought the internet went out. Okay. That would be bad on many levels. Oh, we're backed up in our own end zone. Get the ball out of your hands, Bo. Oh my God, he almost grabbed that, but there's a flag. Let's hope it's on the Jets. Sean Payton looks very sure of himself that it is on the Jets. Or they might be calling it. I don't know. They're all pointing fingers as they do. Okay, now we're going to have a 30-minute discussion. Are we going to need to go to commercial, fellas? I need to start timing these discussions, literally. I can prove that it's not hyperbole. Two fouls by the offense. Pass interference. Penalties declined. Holding. That's 2 penalties for minors this game. What is going on with him? He's usually a very clean, smart player. So the Jets just got a safety. Well, that was on last week's bingo card for the Broncos. It's like I'm a week late with these things. But I would not have guessed How is Miners holding? He just got bowled over by a guy. Is he struggling? I haven't really paid attention to what's happening with the offensive line, but I don't know why they didn't just have Bo run that. He could have gotten at least out of the end zone. Oh dear. Well, this is an interesting turn of events. So now it's 11-10 because the Jets just got a safety. But Miners had a few penalties, or at least one penalty last week, didn't he? And I'm just wondering if something going on. He does look bigger. I mean, I know that was his nickname, the belly, but the belly looks quite big at the moment. So I don't know if he's feeling sluggish. Allowed fake punt conversion. Broncos miscues. Okay, they're putting up a stat that's just the Broncos miscues. Do we need that? I guess if you're a Jets fan, you'll appreciate that. So here's the thing. They went over there. Sean Payton made this big deal about not having the players. They probably didn't even get to go see any of the sites in London. I don't know if they're going to be able to after the game, but I'm assuming they're going to fly directly home after this. I don't know how the body clock works. Like, do you wait? Whatever. I'm sure they have it all figured out, but he made this big deal about the players not, like, when they get there, we're not sightseeing, we're focusing on football. But Bo's giving a pep talk on the sideline, so that's good. Maybe something will happen with that. I also need to remember, I just realized I'm moving my hands a lot, and I've noticed that the iPhone wants to refocus it. So I'm going to try not to do so much hand motion. Motion in the backfield over here. That was a bad joke. It's okay. Okay, well, at least the game's exciting. We'll see what Denver's going to do to turn this around. But again, it's one of those like weird situations where it's a 1-point game. All right, defense, they just got to get a takeaway. So when I was talking about the 17-3 curse that I called last week, I am going to promote that. It'll be a hashtag, 17-3 curse. That'd be a weird hashtag. But I used to, well, we had this joke. Steve calls me the witch because I'd be like, I feel like there's going to be a turnover in this next play. And either in that play or the next play or, within a few plays, I would call it like it's weird. I don't know if I'm not saying I predict the future, but awesome. I think they just sacked Justin Fields. So Broncos are going to get the ball back, looks like. But I usually can predict. Well, I just said something about the defense. So they stopped them. They didn't get a takeaway, but they stopped them. So who is number 9? I was going to look this up earlier. I had the stats open and everything. Let's see. I don't know why they don't have the players' numbers by their names. I think his name's Ufunga, right? I can't see his name because of the hair. I'm surprised they don't fine him for something like that. So Mims smartly called a fair catch there. Well, at least he didn't step outside the end zone like who was that quarterback that he didn't live it down until I think Russell Wilson did it? Or somebody, I just remember that happening to someone recently. You guys know anyone? Let's see if we have anything else on here. I don't think J.K. Dobbins has had a big breakout run yet. Haven't seen the mile high salute. Denver D hasn't gotten 6 points yet. I haven't heard the announcers attempt a British accent. I didn't know if that one's going to happen. I think they're a little bit too classy for that, you know. They're not like the guy in Best in Show. He was such a good actor. Sauce Gardner gets a PI. Did they call it? I'll have to go back and check at another break here, but I think he did get called. Franklin did not get a touchdown. Cooper got a nice sack in there, but no scoop score. Oh, this happened. Let's do that. And I guess we're going to have to count Bo's rushing attempts, but surely he's going to have 5 by the end of this game. Did not predict the safety, though. But what I was just saying earlier about the quarterback that never lived it down, you know, I feel like you got to get those things under your belt. It's kind of like in bocce, you know, when you practice and make a bad throw and you're like, well, I'm getting it out now in practice. I mean, this was a game, but I'm sure that's happened to every quarterback, right? At least once. I don't know, I'm just trying to stay positive here. I mean, this is the thing about being a Broncos fan now versus up until now for the last 15 years. I'm not worried. I mean, I'm sort of, you know, as a fan, you know, you kind of do that thing where you're like, I don't know about this, but then you're really, I don't know. I really feel like they mostly have control. The only thing that they do need to clean up are these penalties. And that's why I was saying I'm a little confused about like, why not going, you know, to the London Bridge? Did that really help? Might as well let them go to the Tower of London, coach, because they're still getting penalties right and left. Also, these giant cards, are they coded in a certain way that other teams can't understand what's on them? Because to me, it just seems like he's holding up a billboard of Broncos plays. There was no one there, so it's 2nd and 10 now. Sorry, I guess I forget to tell you when they're back on the field because especially these international broadcasts, the announcers talk a lot. So they wait until the very last second to cut back. Oh, the Penners. Looking at their phone. Yeah. Greg Penner looked like he was interested. Carrie was staring at her phone. If I owned a franchise, you better believe I'm watching every second of that game. So I appreciate what they've done for the Broncos, but, you know, they just don't look excited when they watch football. But I will put that on the bingo card for next time. Do they crack a smile? I think in the beginning, when they first became owners, they were more cognizant of like how they appear to the media. They're not going anything. And I also haven't been talking because that was not looking good and it did not end up good. Okay, so Coach and Bo are having a discussion. I think I just read Sean's lips. I think he said, I don't get it. I don't either, Coach. What's happening? I'm not worried. But I do think that I said last week that the offense has been streaky. And that feels like that's the only consistent thing is they've been streaky. Consistently streaky. Is that a thing? I really hope the sound's okay. It's not clipping on my mixer, so let me know. Oh, I gotta look at the chats. Oh, we got more. Nope. All right, I'll take this one off now, I guess. So other people feel like they can chat. Oh, my phone has 20% battery left, so I guess if you want to see me, I should plug that in. Sorry. Excuse me just for a second. Sorry about that. There was a fumble. Now there's a flag. I'm trying to figure out the best place to plug in my phone. This is absurd. I should have done this earlier. So I think the Broncos just got the ball back. So there was a penalty on illegal shift on the Jets. So let me see what happened here. Oh. So what are they reviewing? Okay, so number 5 catches the ball. He has possession, but then he let go of it. Oh, so he didn't have a football move. Heads up play by the defense. Nice job, guys. They were right on that ball. Like I said last week, if I saw a ball rolling free on the ground, I'd be on that thing like it was made of Skittles. Okay. So they're reviewing it, but the announcer's essentially saying that it's probably going to be a fumble. Okay. So I've got to plug my phone in. I got to figure, I might have to move the phone. Oh, this is silly. I don't have a longer cord. So I might have to move the camera. Just bear with me for a few seconds here. But that was exciting. Well, on second thought, after review, they just ruled it an incomplete pass. I don't know. I didn't think he had a football move. Oh, well, I guess. So, okay, wait a minute. Now I'm confused. If he didn't have a football move, it's not a fumble. It's an incomplete pass. But if he did, then it's a fumble, and the Broncos recovered it. That guy took at least 2 steps, I think. I don't know. Whatever. Again, I'm not worried. It wouldn't be the case if Russell Wilson were under center, but I'm not worried. Okay, so I guess now it's 3rd and 6 again. The Jets have the ball. Oh, not anymore. Oh, they ripped his helmet off. Sorry, I don't like to see players get hurt, but especially if you see a helmet fly off. But Fields just got sacked, so we're going to get the ball back anyway. All right, oh, that's the 6th sack of the day for the Broncos? That's pretty good. pretty good. That's excellent. I don't know why I'm saying that. Just we have such a good defense. I just expect it, you know? And that's not the tone I would have had 5 years ago. All right. It's commercial now, so I am going to figure out how to plug this phone in, but I might have to move the camera. Okay, I think we've got. I had to find an extension. It's a long. You guys don't want to hear, but essentially, there's just not really an effective way to set everything up. So until I can get like a real studio set up, please subscribe to this channel. Also subscribe to Ashley Watson Comedy. There's other football live streams on that channel, but wait, are there more? Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. I got more spammers on here. Guys, this is ridiculous. This is probably killing my views. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick break. Let's see. Who's got the ball? Oh, I don't think McLaughlin's going to be on the team much longer. He did not get much out of that at all. I didn't even realize the Broncos had the ball. 3rd and 6. Bo's back to pass. I think that was... Well, I'm glad that the Jets defense have decided to finally play football on this game. But I got to take care of these spammy comments. If anyone is watching and you see this now or later, let me know. Is there a way to block these without... Because I think if you close the chat down, then other people can't chat if they're not signed in. Sixth punt of the day for the Broncos. All right. There's a flag. That guy is running around the field like he just made the play of the game. I don't know what's going on with this camera shot, though. Is that still good? I feel like it's crooked. Oh, it was on the Jets. Holding on the Jets, so on the kickoff. Oh, don't say that, Eisen. He's like, the Jets are winless, but they're only, this many minutes away from... I don't know. I think the Broncos have not come this far to lose this game. Literally and figuratively. Okay, I got to deal with these comments. Hang on. Okay, so I just had to change my privacy set or the community moderation settings. So hopefully I turned them off because on my other channel I was live streaming a reaction video and someone wasn't able to leave a comment in the chat. So I took off the basic moderation. And then someone told me I stink. What did they say? Said you stink like poop. So It's like, is there not like an in-between? Is there not a either open the floodgates or close them kind of thing? Okay. So the Jets, if you're just joining, there's 12:45 left in the fourth quarter. The Jets got a safety. And the ball turned over twice. And then the Broncos thought they had a turnover. I think that was a fumble. I do not think that was an incomplete pass. That guy was running when he fumbled the ball. So that was a bad call, I think. So they're not going to get anywhere. I think Fields tried to run that and maybe got a yard. Sutton's only had one catch, they said. So the announcer, Kurt Warner, is saying it looks like they have a hangover. I don't think they were out drinking last night, Kurt. Not with Sean Payton there. Well, defense is holding up their end, so I don't think they got much there. It was 2nd and 6, and now it is 3rd and 5. I love how the announcers like to point out, like, oh, they won against the champions last week, and now this week. Like, well, the game's not over, bro. We got 11 minutes. Okay. Fields is in trouble. I don't think he got that. Yep. He's shy. All right, let's see if I have my. So when I was saying earlier that I predict calls, I think they're going to try to run it, and then they're actually going to fumble the ball this time, even though they actually fumbled the ball last time. I don't know. I'll be curious to see what Cecil says about that in the post game. That looked like a fumble to me. Jets timeout. So I've also tried this new setting on this mixer thing that I have no idea if it's helped or hurt me. But looks like we got rid of all the spammers. Hopefully. So, ooh, there's a lot of empty seats in that stadium. Well, they're zooming in. They're doing a drone shot of where the announcers are sitting. So maybe those are the expensive seats. I don't know. We had nice seats at that Buffalo game because they were given to us. Okay, so are they not going for it on 4th and 1? Wow. Well, I guess they do have. There's time. Is there another flag? Oh my goodness. Okay, so 11:10 game here. And we have 11 minutes to go. I think 10 minutes to go. So this has been an interesting turn of events. I do think the officiating overall this year has been quite terrible. Like I said, I'm not going to put my tinfoil hat on, but I do think that, when you have to have a 30-minute discussion about some ticky-tacky call, that gives the advertisers more time to run a commercial. But that's just me. What am I looking for? I'm very distracted now. This is, I'm trying to figure out why they called that an incomplete pass. Because he had control of the ball. He had the ball in both hands. His feet were moving. But maybe I don't know enough about football. All right. Let's see. We have how many people in the stream? 12 views. 1 concurrent viewer. Does that count as 2? That's all right. People got better things to do on a Sunday morning, I guess. Unless you're a Broncos fan. Where are my Chargers fans? Why don't they come over here and, well, I guess they found me on the other channel. So yeah, if you know other Broncos fans, it would have, I mean, this game I haven't been quite as lively, but I said that last time and then I went back and watched it and I was like, oh, that's all right. But it would be nice to have more people actually engaging and participating in these live streams, because that was kind of the goal, to do bingo together. But people seem to enjoy them when they find them later, so I'm just going to keep doing them. 100% of people, whoever's here. Okay, so I guess the phone is not charging? I do need to come up with a better setup. Okay, I think we're all set here. I think my phone is charging finally. I don't think we have anything else on the bingo card here, but the Broncos have the ball. It's 2nd and 8. 9 minutes left in the game. Jets are leading by 1. Movement in the backfield. He's going to throw it. I don't know why we keep doing these plays. They never work. Sorry, now I'm getting frustrated. I just don't get these. Unless I just missed the ones that work. I think that was a, what do you call that? Where he just throws it immediately to the right. I don't know if that was a check down or a screen, or it just feels like they putter out after a certain point. Like 3rd and 8, Bo's back to pass. Mims has got it. Breaks the tackle at the 50. Oh, okay. Nice run. All right, so we got 8 minutes left. So then, yeah, that was a nice. I don't know why they don't get the ball to Mims more. Yeah, those drops are going to hurt Franklin too. Okay, Dobbins is nice. Okay, so the Broncos are moving the ball now. Maybe this is coach's strategy. Just kind of do whatever until like, oh, wait, we got to play now. Looks like we're a point behind. I don't know. Dobbins got slammed on that play. He was close. Okay, 2nd and 2. Hand off to Dobbins again, and he gets a first down and then some. So now we're just eating clock, which is good. About 7 minutes left. They need to make a touchdown here for sure. Make a touchdown. You need to get a touchdown. Well, I can't say this has been an exciting game. It's been an interesting game. I've learned a lot about things. Learned a lot about the rules in every game now. Seems like there's a lot of new penalties. Like a fair catch interference was called in one of the games recently. I'd never seen that called before. Apparently, I wasn't the only one. All right, that was nice. Number 13, Bryant. Yeah, they should get him in there more. First down. Jets head coach is looking a little nervous, as he should. I don't know who. There were like 3 defenders over there, too. All right, 1st and goal, guys. We're in the red zone. Bo's under center. Back to pass. Oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it got tipped. I think I also need a pop screen. I just realized I didn't test this new setting that I'm trying on the mixer, so hopefully it's been okay. Oh, he deliberately threw it. He threw it away. That was smart. Kill, kill, kill. He's alerting. What are we doing? 2nd goal. Dobbins takes it. Oh. Well, he's staying on his feet at least. That'd be hard to watch, if you pass it off to your star running back and then you just sort of stand there and see him just get pushed back. I mean, there's not really much Bo could have done to help in that situation. So, yeah, what's going on with the offensive line? Is that the problem with our offense? Our left guard's getting penalized right and left. Miners is making penalties now. Getting penalties, getting penalized. Okay, please say this is going to be. All right, so that was a pass to Cortland Sutton. Did not. That looked like a bad pass. Well, we're going to take the points. They're saying he got grabbed, but that wasn't that pass was off by quite a bit. I don't know what's going on. They all just kind of look like they're in a bad mood. Is anybody else noticing that if you're watching the game? Like they're just, I don't know, maybe because coach didn't let them go see the sights. Because apparently that's not paying off. It hasn't helped with the penalties. I don't know what's going on with Miners, though. That's not good. All right. Maybe we'll just put this one back up. Wait, where did that chat go? We got lost. I'll put this one back up just because it's funny. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I'll take your word for it. At least it shows that somebody was here. I know I'm fairly new at this, but I feel like with a little practice and time, I'll get a system down. I definitely need a better setup, because I'm afraid I'm going to blow the CPU on this little laptop here. But we'll see. Do I get points with the IT crowd out there for using the CPU reference? Actually, the IT crowd is an excellent show. Speaking of the Brits and things that they've contributed, the IT crowd is one of those contributions to the art world, to the comedy world. It is. I think it only ran for about 2 seasons. But if you love comedy, if you love British humor, particularly, I do love British humor. I think. Oh, there's a fumble. Is that the Broncos? Get on the ball, dudes. Sorry, what? It looked like they fumbled it and the Broncos picked it up, but I don't know. Maybe he was already down. Let's see. Williams is running. His knee hit the ground, but then the ball popped out. But yeah, I guess that counts as down. Okay, 5 minutes left. Protecting a 2-point lead. So they're not going to get anywhere with that. Breece Hall did not get any yards. Yeah, Cooper, he's had a good game. Wish I'd put more of that kind of thing on there. On the bingo card. Does anybody actually have bingo? There's enough squares. Or maybe if you play bingo later, just to see like which card you get and see if you actually get a bingo, look back at the live stream and see which ones I checked. Oh, Surtain was right there. He could have picked that off. That was a bad pass to Wilson from Fields. So what is it now? I think it's third. It's going to be third and long. Oh, I think he hurt himself on that play. Yes. Justin Fields just got sacked. I mean, you knew that was coming, right? Was that Zach Allen? He's a hell of a player. Or was that Benito? I don't know. All of them? Now it's 4th and 18, so I think the Jets are going to have to punt. Oh, yeah, that was Benito. And then there was Allen to help him. Yeah. I've said this in every live stream, but it's worth repeating. I would not want to play our defense if I were any team in the NFL. So the ball rolled at the 15 yards, so the Broncos are going to start at the 15. Hopefully get another touchdown here to put this one to bed. Maybe go for 2 again, coach. Yeah, I don't think the no sightseeing thing really helped with the penalties there. Unless there's just something going on. But I am a little concerned about the left guard position. Maybe Miners is just having some issues. I don't know. But it seems like he's had a few penalties the last couple of games. I think he had 2 penalties in the last game. If you're new here, if you're not a Broncos fan, or if you're not a hardcore Broncos fan, you're like, why is she complaining about one guy getting 2 penalties? It's just that he was the one, like, again, another one of my claims to fame. Yes, the first part is plural. Is that I actually picked out Miners in the Senior Bowl this was the year that I started doing all the deep dives, and it was like the first year that I was like, oh, I can actually watch the Senior Bowl on YouTube. And so I did. And then I remember seeing him and thinking, wow, that guy, he's going to be a really good player. And this was before I knew enough about the specific positions on the offensive line. Over the years, I've kind of taken it piece by piece, like I learned more about the defense. Anyway, so and of course they played the footage of him lifting the logs in Wisconsin and all of that. I keep waving my hands around. Probably going to make people sick at home. I noticed the camera kept like focusing in and out. So maybe I need to get a real camera. That might be the thing that I do when I get monetized. By the way, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you're enjoying this at all. Share the word. Do all the social things, although I'm not really on other platforms that often. All right, Nick's. I thought Mims was going to throw it. That was so. Bo handed it off to Mims, and now it's 3rd down. And he ran to one side of the field and turned like he was going to step back and pass it back to Bo, but then he just ran. Was he going to do that? Oh, no, he was just looking for a hole. He was just looking for yards, I guess. But good job holding on to the ball, because the Jets were definitely trying to punch that out. Oh, yeah, I don't know what 3rd and 9. You can always tell what generation the announcers are from when they say 3rd and long. I don't know. I feel like the younger announcers give you the specific number. Bo's going to back to pass. Nope, he's going to run it. Now he's getting sacked. Okay, so we got 3 minutes left. Our defense is going to need to get that bingo square. What was it? There's something about the defense getting Cooper scoops and scores. So let's hope that happens right now. And then they can put this to bed. Well, I'm glad our defense is awake. Yeah, everything was taken away. So, I mean, part of this could just be really good defense. But we're backed up into our own end zone again. I mean, for the punt. Gets it on the 30 and pushed out of bounds. Wow. Well, I remember Coach Payton said something recently about, people asking him why he didn't run the ball more and take more. I don't know. What was the question? Anyway, he was like, well, my defense might be tired. I might want to, rest my defense. And well, you're not doing a very good job of it now. Okay. We're almost to the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10. Jets have the ball at the 45. So they're in good position. Oh, drop the snap. Oh, but he gets through anyway. How did that happen? Okay, so I thought that was going to be our scoop and score right there. So that was a low snap, and Hall was right there to pick it up. So Hall got through there. Rick Eisen is asking if the Jets can get their first win of the season. So I guess not. Because I am convinced that the Broncos are going to win this game. That they're going to pull it through. Well, does anyone have bingo? There's at least 4 squares ticked here. I guess I didn't even think about this. If Cooper scoops and scores, that's also Denver D gets 6 points. So maybe my instincts were telling me the defense is going to have to carry us on this one. Anybody else in the chat? Just all these spammers? God bless. I can't tell you how many of these things I've deleted today. All right, let me go to this channel and see what they're about. Does anybody know how to stop this spammy crap? Am I just going to have to sit here? Hang on. Maybe I should report this person for porn and really get YouTube's attention. Just kidding, YouTube. I'm not doing that, but I am reporting these people for spam. But that is funny that you can do that. You can report someone. But I mean, obviously, it's just who's sharing porn on a live stream? I mean, really? Okay. Do I have to report every single one of these? This is so annoying, y'all. Does anyone have any suggestions for how to get rid of this spam? This has never happened on any of my live streams. Does that mean people are not finding me? Are they hyping me too? I don't understand this. All right, I'll take this one off. I don't know. I don't know why this is happening, but put your bots to good use. All right, well, I'll be interested to see what Cecil says about the about Pert. I kept wanting to call him Pert, but it makes sense because it's spelled like pear with a T. Speaking of tea, I need some. And they're in London. Okay, come on, fellas. The defense really does have to score here. We're at the 2-minute warning. They're in field goal range. Breece Hall got the first down. Sorry, I'm leaning down to look because sometimes it's hard to see what the numbers are with some of the camera angles. I guess now with football streaming mostly, it's like you get wildly different experiences on broadcast now, because like there was that Fox game, I think it was the indie game that it was Fox, the Fox broadcast maybe. Graphics were terrible. You couldn't see them. This has been decent. Then there was one game where they forgot to put the yellow marker on the side of the team that got the penalty, so you never knew who got the penalty. But I feel like there's a lot more like if they either get really close or they're too far away with the camera. Okay. Justin Fields, please sack him. Yes. They listened. I mean, you knew Vance Joseph was going to call that. Yep. Now they're doing a camera angle of him, a shot of VJ. I wasn't really I didn't pay close attention that year he was head coach, but I remember people complaining about him a lot. I don't think that defensive coordinators make the best head coaches, to be honest with you. Because they have not that they don't make good head coaches, I'm just saying they don't make the best. Because they have a completely different mentality. Like I've gotten to appreciate defenses, again, watching bad football for years. You understand like what a good defense is and what you need in a defense. I mean, the Broncos defense has always been, that's sort of what they've been known for. But I don't think they, Fangio is a perfect example. He forgot he was the head coach. He focused on the defense the whole time. I really can't think of a more like grandpa type character to be a head coach than Vic Fangio. He was Grandpa Simpson the whole time he was at Denver. Okay, Justin Fields is It's incomplete. Are they? Please don't say they're calling a, because he came in late. He's slow to get up, but it looked like he was. Sorry, the defender again. The guy, I can't see his name. I think that's Ufunga, number 9. I thought they were going to get him for a late hit. Oh, he slipped. He didn't have a. They're trying to say he was in. It was a catch, I think. I don't know. The coach is doing this. I guess they're going to go for it on 4th and 8 then? Or is he going to kick a 62-yard field goal? Does anybody else have trouble saying field goal? It's like you want to say the L too soon. Just me. I'm just, distracting from the anxiety of how are the Jets. Cooper. Oh. Wow. I thought we were going to get our scoop and score right there, but Cooper did get the sack. All right. I reckon they're just going to take a knee. Looked like I was a little bit nervous at first that they were going to call like a horse collar, but it looked like he just kind of got a hand on him and then went back around. So that was a clean, legal sack by Jonathan Cooper. Nice job. I've always liked him. Yeah, the Jets don't look happy. I think that is, I want to say like 10 sacks this game. Let's see what we're doing on our bingo card. You know what? I'm just going to call that a Cooper scoop and score. I mean, he basically ended the game with that, so let's just call that a score. Yeah, they're just letting the clock run out. Well, guys, this was not an exciting game. I wish I could say that it were. I mean, the Broncos won. I guess there's 45 seconds left, so you never know, but kind of anticlimactic here. All right, well, I'm going to get over there on the orange and blue today and listen to what Cecil has to say about this and hopefully not get kicked off of there for promoting my channel that 3 people visited and a bunch of bots. But yeah, please subscribe to this channel. If you have seen my football on the Ashley Watson channel, and if you're subscribed over there, stay subscribed over there. Subscribe here. If you're not subscribed to either channel, subscribe to both. Just check it out. I've got a lot of comedy videos over there. I am improving. I'm kind of dialing in what I want to focus on with my videos. But on this channel, I'll mainly just be live streaming the games. I don't think I'm going to do any like commentary or anything. But speaking of commentary, I'm gonna go catch the orange and blue today post game with Cecil Lammy, and I'll put a link in the description so that you guys can go do that as well. And go Broncos. Let's hope the next one isn't this close. All right, well, it makes it exciting. We're not watching garbage on the field, like I said. All right, thanks for being here. Let me get this one off here. And, oop, that's not what I meant to do. All right, well, until next time, stay unleashed and go Broncos.